Hi guys, and welcome to today's episode of the AlakazamMagicUK Live. I'm joined as always, well I would be, but he's not even there on camera. Here he is, he's just popped his head in. It's the amazing Wayne Goodman.
I was just shut the front door. I was like, come on.
So your delivery turned up?
It did. I was expecting you to do a trailer or something at the beginning. I thought, I've got loads of time.
No, I'd like to keep you on your toes.
Literally, I was jumping over boxes and dodging ninjas. It was great. All set now, though. How was your holiday?
It was great. Just a few days away to unwind. Weather wasn't great, though. Weather wasn't great, I'll be honest. But we went to Dubrovnik, me and Jen. And we went, if you've never been there, it was where some of the King's Landing was Dubrovnik, the old town. So
right.
We done like a little Game of Thrones tour around there, and they show you like the actual places where the scenes were. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
No, I've not. Everyone says it's really my kind of thing, but I've never got into it.
It's great. It is really good. I mean, we wouldn't have gone there for that. Do you know what I mean? We're not that big a fan. We really enjoyed it, but we're not sort of. But to actually see it and, you know, to go, oh, this was where this happened and that happened. Because it's still a sort of town within the medieval walls, you know. It's beautiful, beautiful place, lovely people. So it was brilliant. Apart from the rain. But we managed to dodge it on our 2 sightseeing days. But the other days we wanted to sit by the pool and you couldn't because it was raining.
You're in the pool.
You could have because you're going to get wet anyway. But
yeah.
It was also a bit cold.
I always used to get that in Spain. When I lived in Spain, people go, you're not on the pool, it's raining. Yeah?
Yeah. As long as it's hot, you're all right, I suppose.
You're not going to get out any wetter.
But no, it was lovely to be away, you know, but also good to be back. We're so busy, we've got so much going on. We got the amazing Jonathan Brecken here as well. He's in the studio. But yeah, it's just really busy. I've got deep dives to film. We'll get back to the deep dive in a moment.
Yes.
So we've got those to film. I've got one to film this afternoon. Plus, I'm doing loads of editing. We got a product launch happening next Thursday, I believe. So make sure you put that in your diary. It's a proper EDC, an everyday carry item. It's not a card trick. It's not a bit of mentalism. It is a proper piece of EDC. It's a
lovely piece of magic. It's just one of those. I've had a lot of fun with it. Just go up to a group of people, can I show you something? Do this couple of things. Oh, before I go, boom, that's done. On you go. It's just a nice piece of magic.
Yep, it really is. So join us for that. That's next Thursday. And then we're just working on all the products for the rest of the year. Really, just trying to catch up with everything.
Soon be Christmas.
Do you know what? You say that we're almost halfway through the month.
I know, yeah. It's got like, and then we're in June.
Yeah.
And make most of the weather we've got here at the moment. This is our summertime.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, also, I want to say as well, if you've been waiting for an apparition, we've got about, after all the back orders have gone out, we've got about 18 left in stock, and then we're on to batch 3.
So are they in now?
This is sort of batch 3 because it came in with batch 2.
Are they in now, going out? Are the back orders going out?
All back orders have been sent, and we've got about 18 units left.
Perfect.
We actually plan to have 200 units left, but they all pre-sold. So
do you know what? Every day on the chat, I've had at least one person every single day saying, when's batch 2 coming in? Are there any left over? Can I order? Yeah. Every single day, it's sort of, you know, it's the must-have pick, and it is. It's great.
I'll tell you what, as well, that I know we've mentioned it a few times, but that remind me when it's in utilise that on the website. I filled it in for apparition when we went out of stock. Not that I need to be notified by the site, but you like to test these things out. And
Yeah.
this morning, literally a minute or two after the stock was put in, I got a text message straight to my phone.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's great. So it means when situations like this arise where we've only got a few left, you're going to be the first to be notified they're in.
And you'll get notified as well before the email goes out to the general populace.
Yeah.
So rather than wait for the email from Alakazam saying, hi, back in stock, blah, blah, you will get an email saying,
Well,
hi, you.
especially with something like this where we've only got 18 left, chances are they'll be sold, so we won't do an email on them until the next batch comes in. These will most probably just go from the remind me emails.
Yep.
In which case, another sales email won't go out on them until the next batch is in, which will be about another month. Let's see what's happening. Let's say a few shout outs. We got Walter joining us, Ian, Darren, Adam, Drew, Pete, Jason, Sean, Tom, Kevin, and John. So we've got quite a few of the regulars joining us here. We have got a few trailers as well to play in a moment. My phone is notifying me of various bits and bobs. So
well, while you're telling your friend, I'm just going to very quickly say, if you are a new viewer to the live, you've never been on the live before, and you're a new viewer, then please go to the comment section and please just say hello and where you're from, and we'll give you a shout out. So it's always nice to see where people are from and who's watching. So yeah, if you've never been on it before, say hello and we'll say hello back because we're friends like that.
They're saying you're loud again, right? I've reduced.
I'm always loud.
Volume. So could you let me know how this is? Wayne, say hello to everyone.
Hello to everyone.
I'm
not even shouting, I'm just talking. I don't know why my volume's always really, really loud.
Yeah, I don't know. But
yeah, let us know, make sure that I'm not blasting your eardrums.
Okay, try it now, guys. Let me know how that is. Drew said my tones are perfectly clear, of course. As a seasoned broadcaster.
Oh, dearie me.
So, you were my special guest on the deep dive.
I was. It was good. It was really good. And like every time we have a chat anyway, just like before you know it, we're 2 hours in, and it always just seems to blow past. But yeah, no, it was great. It was really good. I hope everyone enjoyed it. If you didn't see it, then you can go and check it out. It's on the YouTube channel. Oh, what was this? Hi to you both, lifelong amateur magician. Whereabouts are you from, Jay?
Yeah, let us know where you're from. Also, I've connected it to your products as well. So if you go on the website and check out, we've got one of the trailers of one of Wayne's new bits, which we're going to play at the moment. But if you go on to reward card or comedy insurance card number 2, you'll see that the deep dive's there as well, where I do an interview with Wayne, not only about the products, but also about him and his sort of career in magic.
Hornchurch, that's not far from me, Jay. Hornchurch, I'm Newmarket. There you go. Yeah, Hornchurch isn't that far. Hour, maybe 45 minutes.
So, anyone that missed it, note for your diary, a date for your diary next Thursday, not this coming Thursday, next Thursday, we've got a live product launch happening right here on Facebook and YouTube at 7 p.m. BST. So join us.
I'd like to ask Mike Tyson by TKO question. What is your real name, Mike Tyson by TKO?
Wouldn't it be great if it was Mike Tyson?
It was by TKO as well. But yeah, it was really interesting. It was good fun to do the deep dive, and yeah, and they all are. I mean, they're all worth having a look at. I mean, you've interviewed some great people on there as well, not just like the lower downs like me, but I mean, you've had people on there like I'm trying to think what his name is. What's his name?
His name is Justin.
Justin. No, who
Yeah.
did you interview a couple of weeks ago?
Harry Harrington.
No, before that. What's his name? Big name.
David Regal, Dan Harlan.
David Regal. Yeah. His was a good interview. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, Dan's was really good as well.
And Dan Harlan. I mean, Dan Harlan's a legend anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Justin, who's been my email since high school. Nothing wrong with Justin Sweeney. Sounds like a EastEnders baddie. Or
a flying squad.
Flying squad. Yeah. The old Sweeney. Yeah, the Sweeney. Yeah.
We've got the legend James Samuel joining us. Hi,
another one
James.
just up the road from me as well. Afternoon, James.
Right,
James
so
lives just over the border.
You want that?
Norfolk. James lives just over the border in Norfolk.
Yeah, he's local to you, isn't he?
We have a McDonald's exactly halfway between our houses.
Is that where you meet?
No, we should do. James, do you fancy McDonald's another day? We'll go to the one at Mildenhall. 5 ways.
He prefers Five Guys.
Well, funny you say it, because on that roundabout, there used to be a place called the Pancake Hut, and it's got big signs up now saying it's turning into a Five Guys. So yes, so we can meet there, the Five Guys. You know, Peter, you've got my daughter addicted to Five Guys.
I know we've got one local to here, so whenever Wayne's down and we're filming, it's sort of the easy option, isn't it? That's the thing. Yeah. Because usually we go, we'll go out for dinner before the live, before the academy or before the live launch or this happening. By the time we finish in the shop and we need to set up in here, we're going, right, we've got 20 minutes.
Quick, order the Five Guys.
So
only one bloke brings it though. He must be the sixth guy. Only one bloke brings it. He must be the sixth guy.
Yeah, no, I should have cut to a trailer before that. I've got a few little trailers to play today, and one of them is a new effect that Alakazam have the UK exclusive on, and it's really nice. I saw the trailer to it, and I like the idea of the effect, but from the trailer, I think you understood what the effect was, but you didn't understand the process in sort of getting there. And then we got them in. Harry performed it, and I absolutely love it.
Oh, I think I got this. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's great. Have you played with it yet?
No, because I only arrived yesterday, and I was quite busy yesterday. I had a little look at what it was. If it's the same thing,
I think it is.
And it's kind of what one part of it I kind of sussed. The other side, I was like, okay, that's very clever.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's a very nice effect. Something as well. If it is the same one, something that I'm going to be using a lot, especially when I'm doing walkabout, because it doesn't take up any table space. It doesn't use a table or anything like that, so I can have them deal into their hands, etc. But I can get a whole group of people going with this, and it's very visual and it plays to a group. So yes, very, very cool.
All right, let's take a little look at it, and then we'll come right back.
This is crazy good. Check this out, okay? So, we're going to try a card trick. Now, we're not going to use a full pack, all right? We're going to use some cards, 10 in fact. So, cut off about half the cards. Love. Oh, that's nearly perfect. And then spread across 10 cards. 2, 9. Yep. When you've got it, turn them all face up onto the other pack and hold it up to yourself. Okay? Now, think of one of the cards that you see, all right? So spread across, perfect. Think of one of the cards. You got it? Okay, now take off all the faces that you can see and just hold them in your hand. Yeah, and you can get rid of the other cards on there. Lovely. Now close the pack up and turn them face down. Lovely. Now, here's the thing. Check this out. For the first time, what was the card you were thinking of?
5 of spades.
5 of spades?
Yeah.
Okay, watch. Over here, in my back pocket, check this out. 1 card and only 1 card, and it just so happens to be your 5 of spades. Now, people don't think that that is the one from there, so do me a favour, deal the cards down. There were 10, right? You touched the cards. I haven't touched them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Only 9 cards. Incredible, or what? Honestly. And no 5 of spades there. Unbelievable! You know it. Let's go.
It's great.
Boom.
There it is.
I watched most of the instructions. I had to finish because I had a phone call come in, so I've not seen the end of it yet. But they do tell you a couple of different ways of doing it as well, which I think is quite nice. There's a couple of different handlings for it, and super easy though. Nothing difficult going on there at all. And it's another one of those tricks, a bit like Knock 'em Dead, where you get maximum reaction from very little work on your side, almost no work on your side. It's another
the one that Harry did there. That's literally they're doing the trick on themselves.
Yeah.
It's a great little thing, and it would be perfect if you were doing like a little parlour set, something like that, to add this into it.
To a big table at a wedding.
And like you said, walk around as well, because it can be done in the hands.
Yep. Really, really nice. Really, very clever thinking by the two guys there, and a beautiful trick. Bit gutted I didn't come up with it.
But it's one of those things. I can imagine it playing out. You know, you get them to do that, and then you say, "Look, just turn the cards over, keep hold of them for a moment. You get rid of the deck, or the deck goes back in the box, and the box is given to someone else." And you say, "Now, I just want you're thinking of one of the cards. Now, watch. All I have to do is this." And that card will vanish from the pack. Do me a favour, you had 10, deal them into my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of them's gone. For the first time, what was the card you were thinking of? 5 of spades or whatever it is, reach into your pocket, bang, 5 of spades. Now you just turn them round, fan them, they can see it's not in there. Do you know what I mean? And I would most probably take out the 5 of spades face down and give it to someone else to hold and say, look, there's only 1 card in my pocket. But first of all, we need to make sure your card has vanished. Has your card gone? Yeah. Turn it over, bang. You know, just slightly restructuring the reveals. But it would work perfectly in the hand. John, the effect is called Any Fault Of Card to Pocket, I believe. Is that right? Any Fault Of? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any Fault Of Card to Pocket. We've got the UK exclusive on it. We had a big amount come in on Friday, but they sold very well over the weekend. So I think we've only got about 10 or 12 left at the moment. So if you're interested in one, go and grab one. They're not very expensive either. I think they're like £25, are they? Something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. And you just add your own deck.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the gimmicks, and yeah, you just add them to your own deck. Very, very simple, very easy to do. Pretty much a all-round winner, automatically.
Yeah. Mike Tyson or Justin said a couple of good ones in a row from Illusionists. Have you guys seen Heartbeat? I've seen the trailer to it. I presume I know the method because if it's what I'm thinking of, it's a very old method. But I think they're saying they're providing something with it that makes it easier or more deceptive. I'm not sure, but it's a great little idea, and you've only got to watch the trailer and see the reactions it's getting from some quite big names in Magic as well, you know. In fact, very big names in Magic. Sean Mann said, is it worth picking up? I would say it is, Sean. I think it's a great effect, the Any Fault Of card.
He's quite short as well, but it'll be easier for him to pick it up. Whereas I've got to really get down on my knees. Sorry, Sean.
Also, we had a good friend of both of ours pop into Alakazam a few weeks ago. We had the amazing Tommy Burnett from New York.
Oh, yeah.
and we filmed a couple of effects of his for downloads. One of them that I particularly liked was this one. I'm going to play it.
Oh, okay. Is it ready to go, is it?
Let me do it.
Boom.
Let's hope it's the right one.
Hi everyone, Tommy Burnett here again at AlakazamMagicUK Magic with my good friend Harry Norrie. Good to see you, my friend.
How are you? Good?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Very well.
Excellent.
Very well.
Excellent. So we're going to show everyone a trick I came up with called Mental Exchange, and it uses 2 decks of cards, a blank business card, and a pen. I'm going to write down a prediction. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
I actually, anytime I do this, I have no idea what's going to come up, but,
Okay.
so, go ahead and take a blue deck, take it out of the box, and give it a nice shuffle. And you can see that all, you guys show up?
All
Okay.
good?
You
All
can
good?
see they're all good,
Yeah.
And just going to give this a miss as well. And, yep, okay.
Lovely. Yep.
And,
That's a serious shuffle I've done now.
yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
It almost scared me. I hope this is going to work now. I want you to put the deck behind your back.
Yep.
You're going to take any card, you cut the pack in half and then take out the top card.
Yep.
So let me cut mine, okay? You're going to take out the top card and place it in front of me. And then you're going to take my card and behind your back, turn it upside down and place it in the pack upside down. So instead of it being the same way, it will be facing up.
Okay.
And
Yep.
then take it and place it down on the mat.
Yep.
Okay, now let's recap for a moment. We both shuffled the decks.
Yep.
You took a card out and gave it to me. I took a card out and gave it to you.
Yeah. Correct.
We both turned them face up. And now that's where we're at right now. Now, if you can slowly turn your pack face up, and I will spread mine out here, and we'll spread one card face down for you, and you spread yours out, and there's one card for me, and nothing else upside down except for those 2 cards.
Yep.
Yeah, in fact, if we spread yours out again, why is that one? Oh no, I thought there was a bull in there. But if we turn this around, you now have a 2 of spades here.
Yeah.
Yep. And if we do the same thing over here, we can see that we have the 2 of spades over here
Look
as
at
well.
that.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
Now, if you remember in the beginning, I made a prediction
Yep.
because I've had a favorite card my entire life,
Right.
and it's on the back of that card. Go ahead and take a look and show everybody else.
2 of spades. Look at that. Nice. Perfect. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Good job.
Beautiful.
And what I really like about that is it is just 2 regular decks. So after the
And
trick's
it's really
done,
easy.
and the other thing is what we talk about on the explanational video is the effect itself is instantly repeatable. Once it's been completed, you don't have to do anything, and you're in position to repeat it again with a completely different card on a different spectator. And I feel repeating that effect will make it stronger. Some effects it doesn't. With this one, I think it will do. You know, because you're straight into it again. I think it's really, really clever. And we've got the legend himself joining us. He's here.
Hi, Tommy.
There he is, Mr. Burnett.
When he says one of my favourites, is he talking about you or me?
Me.
Or the trick?
It'll be me. He told me.
He told me as well, though.
Yeah, no, he said to me, I told Wayne he was my favourite, but I really mean it's you. Right, so big thank you to John Williams, who's just ordered the Thought of Card to Pocket. Phil Austin said, Peter, when you say any Thought of Card, do you mean of the 10 that you are holding? The trick's called any Thought of Card to Pocket, but obviously it's one of the cards they're thinking of, one of the cards they're looking at. So yeah, it's one of the 10. But the trick itself is, I didn't say it was any Thought of Card to Pocket. The trick is called any Thought of Card to Pocket.
Can I just add on to that, though? I think what I really like about that is when I'm working, I'm always having cards signed, etc. anyway. So I'm never playing, excuse the pun, with a full deck. But it means that if I've only got 2/3 of a deck left and I want to perform this, it's fine. Because I'm saying we're going to take out these, just say stop, we're going to cut here, we're going to take these random 10 cards, look at them, remember one of them, boom, and then you're into it. So it doesn't have to be a dedicated deck that you only ever use. You can add it to any deck that you're using, even if you have got a few cards missing. You don't need the full deck in there. And that, for me, I think makes it a little bit stronger because, I'm not all of a sudden going, oh, God, I've got to hope that card's in or that card's not in there.
Tommy Burnett just confirmed, but then
that was good.
he was a bit unsure, but he confirmed again. So
yeah, unfortunately, due to Tommy's condition, he often says things the wrong way round. I understand.
Rich said, he's a bit late. Are we discussing the new trick, Name It? We're not actually. I can download the trailer for that actually. I watched it this morning and I watched the explanation as well. I'm hoping to get.
Is that the one with the little badge?
No.
The one that, no, on the picture.
Yeah. On the picture is the badge, but it's a bit like a sort of fill deck type thing. They name a playing card, you predict the name on the back. I'm hoping to get Adrian on a deep dive in the coming weeks to have a chat about it as well. Shulman says, bit naughty that title. You don't need to say any when selling it to magicians. I think I know what you're saying. I think because of what you're seeing in the trailer, I think it is sort of obvious that their selection is made on that. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I would have just called it Thought of Cards to Pocket personally, but oh, John Morton said, oh, see, this is quite challenging now because
he's picked me, hasn't he?
No, John Morton said, we all know I'm Tommy's favourite. To be fair, even out of me, you and Tommy, I wouldn't even pick myself, I'd pick John. John's everyone's favourite. So he's sort of just come in there and put down the royal flush.
I am going to say this though, John, that picture of yours there, if you age that up 30, 40, 50 years, you are going to look like the old man from Up.
Right.
I only said that because of what he put. I bet Tommy comes back now and goes, yeah, John.
Oh, no, John just confirmed. Tommy just confirmed. John, but then as soon as John's name come up, I've always everyone's favourite. So we've lost this one, Wayne. I'll,
you know
I'll
what? There's no
gladly
shame.
take second place to your third.
There's no shame in losing to John Morton.
No,
And like
no
you say,
shame at all.
and mate, honestly, you take that third position, it's fine. I don't mind. We are just children, aren't we?
John Morton is an amazing guy, incredible creator, great magician, and one of the nicest people I think I've ever met.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Very, very lovely guy.
Yeah. So, what are we going to... there's no questions coming in. I've still got another couple... Oh! I know.
Do you want to do that? Do you want to do that trailer?
Yeah. So,
And then we
this
can
is...
talk about it.
Which one are you talking about?
Well, the one from the deep dive.
Right, we'll do that one then. I was talking about the
What
other
were
one.
you talking about?
I was talking about the other one. But I'm going to do this one and let me find out where it is. It's there. Okay, so let's play this and then we'll come back and we'll have a little chat about it.
All right then, let's do that.
Let's do it.
I want to have 2 cards selected out of the pack, okay? So what's your name, sir? Paul. Paul, okay, Paul. Just say stop. Stop. Set that card down. And could you say stop as well? Stop. Set that card down. And both of you show to the camera. I'm going to put the rest of the cards here.
Not don't give a fake card.
Actually, I'm going to put the rest of the cards away in my pocket, so I can't see which ones are missing. Okay. I'm going to try and do a bit of mind reading and tell you your cards. Ready? 3 o'clock. No, I'm saying what it isn't. Come on, I got away with that one. Yours is a high number, like a picture card. It's a black one. It's King of Spades. No. Okay.
You're right, that's not what it is.
That's right, yeah. Is yours a red card? No. Right, it's all gone terribly wrong. And we're filming. Don't panic. I've got insurance. Okay, I always have insurance, magician's insurance. And this is my magician's insurance card. Okay? So if it goes wrong, I've got insurance. What was your name? Anne. Would you be amazed if your name was on this card?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be amazing now.
Your name. Your name. Would you be amazed if your name was on here in Spanish? Su nombre. There we go, your name. Okay, what was your card? What was your card? You can tell me.
2 of hearts.
Check this out. I did say the insurance card is there for my benefit. If I put it out a little further, you'll see it does say the 2 of hearts. Now, Anne, seriously now, if your card was on here, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Your card 3 times! Say back! 3 times! But check this out. It says here there's a signature. What is your card?
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
6 of spades.
6 spades. Check this out. If I rotate it round, what's that signature? As it actually says 6 of spades. And is there any way you can know what word is written on the other side?
6 of spades.
No, go seriously, no. Is there any way you can know what word's there?
No.
Exactly right, Anne. Exactly right. Name any animal you like.
Elephant.
And there you go. Look at that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great, isn't it?
Come back to silence.
No, it's brilliant. That is, we have got a question as well. Walter says, when's your next set of comedy cards coming out? Because you have got them there. You've got the prototypes.
I have the prototypes here. And yeah, I'm making a small change because Peter has given me
at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm helping Wayne make the comedy cards funny. Once I've done that,
during the countdown, I've made up a mock-up of on my other laptop. I had it here. I've made up a mock-up of that other one. So
oh really?
What I was sharing the live onto a few groups, And when I'd done that, I had about 3 minutes left. Gone quickly, knocked one up. So it's not perfect yet, but it's a start. Yeah, this is
thought
comedy
of-
card. Oh,
Do you know what I was going to say? Because you know what you said?
yeah.
You could literally have the picture you've already got with perfume written on it.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what
Well,
I mean?
the one that I've made up is a bottle of perfume with that picture on it, and then I was going to put,
Yeah.
above and below. But yeah, I'll have a
Give it
little play
go
with it.
both ways.
But these are the new set. So there's 13. So there may be 14. I might include both of them in there. Poor old Tommy. He's really losing the plot, isn't he? Bless him. But don't worry, your carer will take you out this afternoon, mate. All right. There we go. I can't understand a word he said. He's by the way, that is a gag that me and Tommy have between us all the time. I'm not being horrible there. Yeah, this is the comedy card set number 2, and I'm very, very proud of it. And I took it out and used some of them the other day. Again, it's very much like the first set. It's not a rotate all the cards out all at once. I use them, 2 or 3 in a routine, or 1 in a routine, or 1 in just a complete set. My favourite one at the moment has got to be this one here. I just think that's hilarious. But like all the other ones,
We'll talk about these when they're released a bit more.
Yeah.
You can talk.
Very funny.
We're now
I got
talking
Peter that one.
about your comedy
Yeah,
card.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. So
We've got a question coming as well, not about this. So let's speak about this first.
Okay, so the comedy card itself, let me just put this here, fits in my wallet. And if anyone's seen the first comedy insurance card, which I still carry on me, actually, I have in this side, at the top here, it's really great and it's really funny, and you bring it out and it's got some nice little gags and reveals on it and big on the other side. But what I prefer about this one is that it all happens really on one side for the main part. So you bring it out and you've got your name and su nombre for your name in English. And I changed it from the Chinese because I thought it was a bit more obvious. I'm going to switch over to this one. This is my my teaching one I'm going to have for my lectures. So that's what the card looks like.
That's for your big wallet, isn't it?
This is my big wallet, yeah. This is for your wallet, Peter.
Your 1970s card to wallet.
This is for the hard of hearing, this one. And so we should talk on top. Your name in Spanish, as opposed to your name in Chinese.
Yeah.
I think it's bigger, it's more bold, it's funnier, more people can see it. We've got the nice big reveal of the 2 of hearts, and then this on the old one, your card was kind of down here, and it was kind of an extra gag here, as in the video. I get the second person who I'm going to reveal your name and your name in Spanish. Then I do this serious reveal and I bring this out and show this. And then I say to the first person again, if your card was on here, would you be impressed? And they also, every single person is going, yeah, that'd be amazing. And then when you get the your card gag, it's a callback to these 2 and it makes it even funnier. Yeah. Because then I say that nice line 3 times with the same gag, and it's just great. And then this signature, I spent a lot of time on the signature, going through different fonts and stuff to make it look like an actual signature. But when you turn it upside down, it very quickly becomes, it's really apparent. It's the 6 of spades, which is a lovely reveal. And then I've got some bits here, which are you can use with the BIP book if you've got a BIP book, or you can use digital force bag if you don't, or any kind of forcing method you want to. And then on the back, I've got the no. And then Peter very kindly gave me the idea for the animal, which is hilarious. The other day I did this and somebody said panda, and I went, yeah, there you go. And it's just ridiculous. And in fact, on the big one, it doesn't really do justice. On the small one, it's an even worse picture.
Yeah.
It's just, it's lovely. I have a lot of fun with that game.
Yeah, it's great. And the thing is, if you haven't seen the deep dive already, it's sort of the perfect way. If you're doing a card to wallet, it's a great way to get into it. Getting 3 cards selected.
Yeah.
As you load the third one into your wallet, you load it in as you're bringing your wallet out to reveal the first, second, do your gags, by this point someone else is holding your wallet, and you say, but I did say your card will be in my wallet, right? And now you take it back, unzip it, and they've been holding it all the time. So it's actually, not only is it a great little fun thing to have in your wallet with multiple reveals, and you don't have to do them all at once.
No, I did it all at once on that one because they were filming it. I wanted to get it for the trailer,
and it's for the trailer. That's it.
Yeah.
But it's a great way to justify. It's always, I mean, it's not weird when you go, oh, if I don't find your card, you can have the contents of my wallet. But to bring it out to show that card, and then you put the wallet down or someone else holding it. Now, as far as they're concerned, their card's just gone back in the pack. They've been holding the wallet from the beginning. That's what they'll think of after the effect. So it's great that in that way, in that sense. But you've got a couple of other BitBook reveals on there as well.
Yeah, so there's, let me get the right one. So you've got the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Because one of the reveals is Paris. And I also do a very silly gag. If I'm not doing that with the reveal, if I'm not using it, I'll just say, there's a lot going on this card. Look, you're getting a pop at Eiffel, which is a nice little pun and play on words.
Yeah.
And justifies it being there. But if you are going to use it, then you've got Paris Street and the Eiffel Tower for the France force. You've got the 18 and you've got the 3 o'clock as well. So, and it's all happening here. So you can bring it out, and you can bring it out and do some other stuff and cover this with the hand. My hand's not quite big enough on this one. And then so actually, what you had a look at that book, didn't you? While you were picking the cards, you looked at that book. Think about the place that you were at, and then you revealed Paris and the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
It's a nice little additional
There's a
extra.
lot built into it. There's a lot built into it.
And a lot of stuff went in and came out. I mean, with this one, this is the original one. And with this one, I mean, you've got your card, your name in Chinese. The policy number turns upside down, says the logo, and you've got 2 hearts down here on the logo. You've got Denmark for grey elephants in Denmark. On the other side, you've got the grey elephant. You've got the seal of approval, the round of applause, the circle, and the triangle. And you've got you've got the card reveal here, and you've also got a QR code you can scan that takes you to a reveal of the Queen of Spades. So there's a lot going on here, but I don't think that one is as structured as this one. I think this one is better structured. You work your way down the card, so as you're bringing it out, if you imagine this is my pocket, you're bringing this out of the pocket and doing each reveal as you go, which is quite nice. Or you could just have it inside your wallet and with the window in front of it, and then you could just show everyone the bits there. You don't have to take it out if you don't want to. If you don't want to do these 2 gags, you don't have to, or you can save them for another time. Everything is on one side of the card, which is quite nice.
That's what I really like about the knock 'em dead instruction reveal as well. It's when you're bringing it out and they're just reading one thing at a time. I've always liked that with predictions.
It's just there for them, you know. There's nothing. I'll read this now. Read this, or now read this, and here's one in my pocket. You know, it's just all there. They can do the whole thing on one side, and it's just it's killer.
So I had a question come in, Wayne.
Yes, sir.
And it's from Philip, who said, Peter, Wayne, when you do a private house, or when you're doing a private house party, who does your filming, and do you have any problems with the client giving you permission? I have trouble with permission. Now, I think nowadays, I was out, it weren't a paid gig. I was just out. I was doing a few tricks like a couple of weeks ago, and someone said, would you mind if I filmed? So straight away, I just went, no, that's fine. Now, what I should have done, I didn't bother at the time, but you could always say, can you just airdrop that to me?
Yeah.
So you've got that footage. But what you find nowadays is everyone's got a mobile phone. Mobile phones have got videos. The days of you having to bring in a camera crew with you to a gig are long gone.
I was going to say that video there is quite noisy in the background because I wasn't mic'd up, and that was just filmed on my phone.
Yeah.
And I just, but if I'd planned it and I'd spoken to the host and said, would you mind, I'd have brought in my little Rode microphones that we've got, and they're dead discreet and small, and just mic myself up. I think if you're having problems getting permissions, then maybe you're approaching it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So the way I do it is when I was there, I just said, guys, this is a new trick. Do you mind if we film it? And everyone went, yeah, no problem. Yeah. So no issues there. But if I was to approach the host or the person in charge and say and she was one of that group as well, at that group anyway, so I'd got her permission.
Yeah.
But if I was to approach it beforehand, I would word it, and the way I do it is I word it in a way that is beneficial to them. So I say, guys, I'm going to, if it's okay with you, I'd like to film a couple of bits that I'm doing around the party and get some reaction shots and some nice photographs and some nice video of me performing. I'm going to bring somebody with me to do that. If that's okay with you, for you, it means you'll end up, and I will give you all the footage and everything. So you can just have all the footage and everything. It's going to be, some of it's going to be me, a lot of it's going to be of your guests, and you're going to end up with maybe 100 or 200 extra photographs of your guests enjoying themselves that you can just have for nothing. And 99 point, to be honest, I've never had anyone say no. They've always said.
But there is a big difference between if I booked someone to do a gig and they run me up and said, look, I want to film some stuff. Can I bring someone with me? Can I do this? My mind is going to go, well, hang on a minute, mate. I've just paid you 500 quid to come and perform. Whereas it really depends what you want to do. If you want to do a big evening's footage, then you've got to ask like that. I think the way you approach it is better in that sort of, I'll tell you what, this is a new one. Would you mind if I film this? Can you hold my... And then it just seems impromptu and everyone's going to go, oh yeah, great. Because as soon as you approach the subject beforehand, in their mind, that's now a big thing. And that's going to detract from their day.
I would add to that though, that when I talk to people, if I've got any inkling that they're not going to want me to do that, I won't bring it up. Yeah. But also, I spend a lot of time talking to my brides and my grooms and my clients, to the point where a lot of the time it crosses over the boundary into we've become friendly and friends, etc. So it's always, so when I ask them, they're under no pressure or obligation to say yes. It is a would you mind? If you don't, then I won't do it, and it's no problem at all.
Yeah.
But and like I said, I've never had anybody say no. If it was a company corporate dinner, I probably wouldn't ask, because it's not that kind of event. Whereas if it's a nice informal gathering or a wedding, which is formal, but also people like it to be informal as much as it can be, then yes.
Yeah. We've just had a question as well come in from Darren Bain. If I wanted to add one Rubik's Cube effect to my repertoire, which would you recommend? So that brings me on nicely to this brand new trailer.
Is that the other one that you were going to play a minute ago?
Yes.
Right,
so
I know.
Let's take a look at this, and then you can ask your questions on it. Here we go. Right, before we speak about that miracle, just want to say, Jonathan Brecken has got a great idea that he uses when he's doing weddings. And he says to the bride and groom, would you, what was it, Jonathan? How do you word it?
In my price, I include a photographer coming along to catch photographs of the magic happening that you won't see because you're busy doing everything else. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Do you want that? Do you want
And yeah, that's great. So he says, he's now giving it as a benefit to them. Within my price, I bring along a photographer who's going to be taking photos of people reacting to the magic and stuff like that. Great photos, which you will forward on to you. So they're now thinking that you're throwing something extra in, whereas really you're getting great shots for yourself, you know. Yeah, that's a great way of approaching it. So,
Right, can I just say about that trailer you just showed?
yes, please.
That earlier on, before we started, you
Yeah.
showed me the trailer,
Yes.
but you didn't show me the whole trailer.
No.
And that just floored me at the end. When it goes all red and then all white, I was like, whoa, what's happened there? That's astounding. I mean, it's great anyway, but that's...
It's superb. It really is superb. There are a few things you've got to know. I mean, obviously the cube itself cannot be examined. It's not a real cube, but it is 100% mechanical. There's no slights. When you see this thing in action, it's mind-blowing. The way it works, that young kid created it, and it's incredible. And there are other versions, you know, you got Daryl's one where he throws it up in the air. The beauty of this one is you can show all 6 sides before, shake it or toss it in the air or whatever, and it comes down and you show all 6 sides solved. So David Jonathan said the method is seriously incredible. It really is. I mean, the method is killer. It's great. And it's a beautiful one to have if you do any other sort of Rubik's Cube magic, just like your little ending bits, pick that up and throw it in the air and solve it. I mean, how magical does that look?
I really like that one where he kind of rolled it down his arm and you're seeing every side, and as it flicks off his inner elbow, it solves in his hand.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's very, very good. So they are due in the next few days, I believe. They're on the site now. You can pre-order them. They are not cheap because they're not cheap to make. When you understand what it is, you'll understand why they are expensive. But it's great. I'm just seeing what's coming up here.
Well, while you're having a quick look there, I'm just going to quickly say, don't forget, next Thursday we have got a live launch. Make sure that's in your diaries. 7 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
Will there be an after party on that one?
There may well be, because the creator should be joining us right here in the studio.
Nice.
So we'll give an unboxing as usual and talk about some ideas with it. This is a very good point that Mike Tyson by TKO put up. It's important that people realise this is not a stacked cube that's 2 moves away from being solved. The cube literally solves itself in the air. And that is true. You don't have to know how to do a cube. You don't have to know these speed cubing moves.
You could say it's Rubik Cube by TKO.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what
honestly, it's so good. So good. But they are on the site now for pre-order. And we've got the UK exclusive on those. So it's another ALAKAZAM exclusive.
Nice. It's a beautiful effect, and like you say, you know, to add it to another Rubik's Cube routine, etc., it's just going to take it to another level. It's just raising the game. You know, boom, going to finish off. Boom, done. Yeah.
I do a very simple Rubik's Cube match-up effect. where I get someone to mix up a cube. It goes in a bag, and then I bring out another cube, pretending it's the same one, to show that it matches my prediction cube, which has been on the table. And then they think there's another one in the bag, and then there is another one in the bag, but that one's exactly the same solve as that one. And now I could pick up, because what I could do is I could use the Tetra cube as my prediction cube. And now I could pick that one up right at the end and just toss it in the air and solve it and put it down. And that's a beautiful routine right there.
And such a great way to finish.
Yeah.
Boom. Do what they, when you see the car float in the air, they're just waiting for you to whip the cloth away and it's gone. Take the cube, it's all mixed up. Boom, solve it. Now I'm done. That's your applause.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So that's that. And that, my friend, brings us to the end of this week's Alakazam Live.
Where does that hour go? It's like the year. It just goes. It's just gone.
I can't
When
believe
started.
we're coming up to the third quarter of releases.
No. Oh, the third quarter?
Yeah, we're coming up to it, aren't we?
No, we're...
Yeah, we
that's
will
all.
be. The first quarter's been... What month we in?
February, March, April, May, June. No, we're halfway through the second quarter.
Are we?
We're halfway... Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was more than a year gone.
January, February, March, April, May, June.
June, that's...
July, August, September.
First quarter is January, February, March.
Yeah.
There's only 12 months.
Yeah.
April, May, June.
Yeah, we're in May.
Yeah.
We're in May now, so we're halfway through the second quarter.
I thought we were in June.
We are coming up on the third quarter, but it's just 6
That's
weeks
what I
away.
meant. I mean, we're almost at the third quarter. See, this is why I need time off.
Do you know which my favourite quarter is?
Go on, which one?
The Noel quarter.
Ba-boom.
Bum. Do you know what? I was reading a book the other day, a self-help book, and it was on parenting. And did you know when you have a little kid, you're not supposed to smack them or tell them they're naughty because they don't know any better. What you're supposed to do is throw a glass of water in their face, and it shocks them and it stops. Maybe I shouldn't have used the kettle, but they screamed.
Andy Parkinson said, missed when you said Tetra Cube will be in. They're on their way to us, so we're hoping they're going to be here early next week.
Nice.
Right, so guys, that brings us to the end of this week's live. Thank you so much for joining us. As Wayne said, we do have a live launch happening next Thursday. That's not in 2 days' time. That is the following Thursday. I don't know the date of it, 22nd or something, is it?
No, it's the 25th.
25th. There you go.
25th.
7 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook. And we'll have the creator right here, hopefully in the studio, joining us. And it's a great one. It's a great EDC. It's not a card trick. It's something different. So join us to see what it is. But we will be back. Me and Wayne will be back will you be back with me next Tuesday?
So next Tuesday, if anybody's in the area, I'm going to be lecturing my brand new lecture at Smoke and Mirrors in Bristol with the one and only Mr. Mark Bennett. And I'm staying over the night, so if anybody's in that area and wants to meet up in the daytime or very early for breakfast on the Wednesday. But I'm hoping to get down there for about lunchtime. So what I'll do is I'll check into my hotel and then log in. So yeah, hopefully I should be on the live next week, but on location. I'm going to speak to Mark. If Mark's watching, I've got a question to ask you, so I'll message you later on about it. But yeah, we're going to be on location. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Okay, well, that is it for this week's Alakazam Live. Remember to join us for the deep dive on Sunday. And if you haven't seen it already, go check out last week's deep dive or this week's deep dive, which was the incredible Wayne Goodman. And I'm going to leave you once again with Harry performing Any Thought Of card to pocket. And remember, we've got a few of these left in stock now. So, Wayne, thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you for having me. See you next week.
And obviously, Jonathan Brecken's here. He's waving to everyone as well. So, guys, thank you for joining us. We will see you next week.
Bye for now.
This is crazy good. Check this out, okay? So, we're going to try a card trick. Now, we're not going to use a full pack, all right? We're going to use some cards. 10,
Okay.
in fact. So, cut off about half the cards. Lovely. Oh, that's nearly perfect. And then spread across 10 cards. 2, 3, 4, 9. Yep. When you've
Yep.
got it, turn them all face up onto the other pack and hold it up to yourself. Okay? Now, think of one of the cards that you see, all right? So spread across, perfect. Think of one of the cards. You got it? Okay, now take off all the faces that you can see and just hold them in your hand. Yeah, and you can get rid of the other cards on there. Lovely. Now, close the pack up and turn them face down. Lovely. Now, here's the thing. Check this out. For the first time, what was the card you were thinking of?
5 of spades.
5 of spades?
Yeah.
Okay, watch. Over here, in my back pocket, check this out. One card and only one card, and it just so happens to be your 5 of spades. Now, people don't think that that is the one from there, so do me a favour, deal the cards down. There were 10, right? You touch the cards. I haven't touched them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Only 9 cards. Incredible, or what? Honestly. And no 5 of spades there. Unbelievable! You know it. Let's go.